Are you looking for a completely remodeled waterfront home without the restrictions of fixed bridges and HOA restrictions? Most people would tell you finding that property under $3 million is absolutely impossible. But the secret to finding your waterfront dream home is knowing where to look. Today, we're here at my new listing at 9524 Southeast Cove Point Street. This home has been beautifully remodeled, and I'm going to take you on an in-depth tour today to show you exactly why this home is your next waterfront dream property. This home sits on 85 foot of waterfront with direct access to the Loxahatchee River and the Atlantic Ocean, which means you can walk right outside your back door, jump on your boat, and you're minutes from all the best waterfront dining, entertainment, and laid-back luxury living that Jupiter is known for. Today, I'm taking you inside this completely transformed 3-bedroom, 2-bath home with an open concept, gourmet kitchen, gorgeous waterfall island, and high-end appliances. We're going to check out the outdoor entertaining space that has a pool, a tiki hut, and a 12,000-pound boat lift to store your boat. It's going to be an absolutely beautiful tour. You're going to love it. Before we step inside, I just want you guys to notice the impact windows and doors here. Now, I mentioned this is really great during storm season, but it's also going to lower your home insurance, which is an extra bonus here in South Florida. Immediately as we come inside here, you're going to notice how new it looks, feels, and even smells in here. You'll see the home has been completely renovated from top to bottom. Now, this is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, with a 2-car garage, just over 1,800 square feet. And immediately as you come in here, you're gonna get a sense of how open and airy the entire space feels. Now, as we come into the house, immediately to your left is the 2-car finished garage, but I'm gonna show you that here in a minute. First, I want to show you this beautiful open living area. Now, I know you guys are not here inside the home with me, but this couch here is quite large. You can see it takes up a decent amount of space here, and you've still got lots of room for entertaining. And it's really great if you're someone that likes to have people over, likes to host parties, but it's also really nice if you're living here, you're not going to feel like you're on top of one another, which is awesome. You'll also see here, this is a real wood-burning fireplace, which is very rare in South Florida. Going to be great for those few nights it does drop below 70 degrees. You do have the option to have that cozy, warm fire here, and really nice during the holidays as well if you want to get that really just nice holiday vibe going in here. You'll notice there are impact sliders on both sides of the fireplace here. Again, I mentioned great for storm season, also going to be really great to keep the temperature nice and cool inside your home. You'll notice that the tile on the floor here is a large, oversized white tile. Really crisp, clean vibes inside this main living area. Open, light, and bright, so that you can make it really whatever you want. Off of the main living area, you're going to have what the current owner is using as a dining space. But again, you could really make this space whatever you want. If you're not a formal dining person, you might want to transform this into another seating area. Maybe if you have kids, you could use this as kind of a playroom area. Just kind of a nice flex space. And you've got a really large pass-through window here, which overlooks the pool. I'm gonna take you guys outside here towards the end of the video, but you're gonna get a really nice feel of all the great natural light that comes through this home. So as we make our way into the kitchen, I wanna show you some of my favorite features of this home. First of all, this large waterfall island, and what I really want you guys to see is the thickness of this countertop. This is a quartz island, and you can just see how really well built it is, which again is really nice. You know, when you're buying a home that's been completely remodeled, one of the things you want to be aware of is the quality of the craftsmanship. And everything that was done in this home is done top of the line and just really well built. So you've got a beautiful waterfront island here. You can see you've got tons of storage here. We've got we've got upper cabinets, we've got lower drawers, we've got, cabinetry within the island, and you've got a whole nother area, which I'm going to show you right behind us over this way. You've got stainless steel appliances. Again, everything here completely renovated in 2022, 2023. This home, the original footprint was built in 1980, which is great, and the current owner just completely renovated it to make it this beautiful masterpiece that you see. Over here is going to be great for those of you that love to entertain. Again, one of the features that I really love is this is your refrigerator. Now, if you didn't notice, this looks just like cabinetry, but as you open it up, you can see there's a full fridge there with a pull-out freezer below. And you've got one of these really cool drawer microwaves, which I love. Gonna save you some space, and it just gives it a little bit more of a modern flair. You're not gonna have that microwave hanging over top of your stovetop like you would see normally. You also have, if you're big into entertaining, you've got your wine cooler here and some additional storage here in the kitchen. So really open, really just light and bright, lots of room for you to store your things and really keep it clutter-free to keep it this crisp, clean look. Now, right behind me are the 2 guest rooms. So we're gonna start here before I take you into the primary suite. And then I'm gonna show you the beautiful views of the pool, of the water. I'm gonna take you outside and show you all the perks of the outdoor living space as well. So through this hallway, directly to our right here is going to be the first guest room. Now this one's really great because you do have a water view here. The current owner has completely renovated the patio space, so you're going to get a nice view of the boat. You're going to see this little turf design he's got going out here. This is beautiful travertine stone outside. And just imagine waking up here with the sun coming in, water views, birds are chirping. It's going to be just a really great way to start your day. So again, very, very simple, but very elegant, crisp, clean, neutral tones in here. This is a full closet as well. Lots of room to store your stuff there, but just a really nice space for your guests to come, or, you know, if you've got a family, this is just a really beautiful room as well. These 2 rooms share this bathroom here. Again, very simple, very nice, but it does have that little pop of wood here on the floating vanity, which just breaks up the white a little bit. And then here we have our second guest room. Again, very crisp, clean, neutral tones, very relaxing, very tranquil. Here you've got a view of the side yard, some greenery, really nice light coming through here you can see. But again, just very simple, very nice. Going to be a nice space for your guests or family coming through. So as we wrap up on the guest side of the house, I'm going to take you back through the main living area. But before I do, I want to show you just the views of the pool here. Now, this is so great. Imagine you're cooking, entertaining, making a meal for your family, and you're going to have just really killer views of the pool, of the waterfront, of the sunrise, sunset. You know, you just got really nice natural light coming through here as you are prepping a meal or just kind of hanging out in this space. So I'll take you back through over this way to the primary bedroom. Now again, crisp and neutral tones. This owner just really did a nice job decorating. It doesn't feel overbearing. It doesn't feel very busy. It just feels very relaxing. So we've got some overhead lighting in here, which is all brand new as well. A continuation of this large white tile through into the primary bath. Now, they did a really nice job here as well. So you've got some nice natural light coming through a window in the shower, but it's not overbearing, and certainly no one's going to look in through there, which is, you don't want that in your shower. And then as we come through here, you'll see the shower is quite sizable. So if I go in here, you can see it is a large space, but not, you know, it does fit the primary bath very, very well. So it's not going to feel like it's too much. Really nice stone tile inlay on the bottom there, and a continuation of the floor tile up the walls as well, which kind of makes it feel very modern, very clean. Another one of these floating vanities, which is great. Got that pop of wood tone here, kind of warms it up a little bit, which I love. And through this way, you do have a little walk-in closet. It has been built out a little bit, but you can see room here to store linens or clothes or whatever it is that you want to put in your master closet here. So we'll come back through this way. And I'm going to show you, before we head outside to show you the outdoor entertaining spaces, I do want to take a minute to show you the finished 2-car garage. Through this door is our 2-car finished garage. So I'll show you that here. And your laundry facilities are out here as well. So what this makes this space really nice is you do have a continuation of this large tile on the floor here, which gives it a little more of a finished appearance. And as I mentioned before, because the roads are a little bit smaller, because this neighborhood is turning over, it's kind of a hidden gem. It is really nice to have this bonus storage 2-car garage in addition to your circular driveway out front. So if you're hosting a party or you've got a family that's just got a lot of cars, you've got a lot of space to store your toys to keep them out of the elements. There are impact windows throughout this garage as well. So again, going to keep everything very clean, very safe if there is a storm. Directly to my left here, you do have your laundry facilities. Very basic again, but keeps it out of the way of the main living area, so you don't have to hear the laundry machines running while you're inside your home. Okay, so as we finish up with the garage, now I'm going to take you guys outside to show you what is so incredibly special about this outdoor entertaining space. So you come through here, open this up, and you can see it immediately opens up into this really peaceful waterfront area here. You do have a covered patio, so if you want to have dinner out here, this particular owner has this really great table that also has a fire feature on it, which is awesome, great ambiance. But here you can see the pool has been completely refinished. I mentioned with travertine stone, just a really kind of a funky shape, which I love. They did put the sun shelf in here as well, which is great. It's got the umbrella, so on those hot summer days, you've got a really nice space to relax. As we come this way, you'll see there is kind of a finished turf area here, which breaks up the stone. It's going to be really, really nice. And you have your covered tiki area out here, which is what I love. If you're out here grilling or hanging out with family and friends, you've got a covered shaded area that just makes it feel like, quite frankly, you're on a resort vacation, right? And then as you come this way, you'll come down these stairs and jump on your boat. This is a 12,000-pound boat lift, and you're going to head right out this canal, hit the Waxahachie River, and go straight to the Atlantic Ocean. So if you love to fish, you love to be on the water, you love to sandbar hop, this location is key. Again, I mentioned most waterfront properties in this area are going upwards of 3, 4, 5 million into the multiple tens of millions of dollars. This home is well underpriced. It's going to be just a killer bang for your buck. I mentioned that the taxes are going to be a little bit lower. I'm going to go into that shortly, but it's just a really nice location if you're looking for easy access, no fixed bridges out to the Waxahachie River, so you can jump in your boat and just enjoy the best parts of Jupiter living. Another interesting feature about this home, because we're on a canal here, so directly across this road behind me is the wide waters, the Waxahachie River, okay? What's great about this location is this is actually what we call a hurricane hole. So meaning if there is a storm or some inclement weather coming, this area is going to be really, really great for that. One, because you've got a super high elevation here, so you're not going to have to worry about flooding, which is great. And two, you're really protected not only from these trees, but the road on the other side of this lot as well. So you can come, put your boat on the lift, and you're not going to have to worry about, flooding or the things happening to the boat, anything that's going to happen when a big storm is coming here. So really kind of an ideal location from that standpoint as well. So as we wrap up with the exterior of the home, I want to take a minute to kind of show you guys additional features of this neighborhood. I'm going to show you why I think this location is the next waterfront property boom. This neighborhood is really turning over, and I think in the next 5 to 10 years, you're going to see major property appreciation here. So I'm going to take you on a little driving tour of this area, and then I'm going to show you some of Jupiter's best hotspots. So as we drive down the street, you're immediately going to get a feel for the old Florida charm I was talking about. You're not going to see those big cookie cutter homes with the rectangular boxes that have no charm or personality. Here you're going to see real landscaping, homes that are different colors, different sizes, because again, there's no HOA here, which is great. There's no rules on what you have to do with your house, but many of the people here take real pride in ownership, which is great. A lot of the homes here, the residents have lived since the houses were first built, which is a true testament to the neighborhood and why people just really love living here. Where I'm taking you guys now is just down the road from the property we were just at. There's a new construction home being built. This is going to be a 2-story home with killer waterfront views. It's right around 3,500 square feet under air. and this is going to go on market for about $6 million. So you can see how this neighborhood is turning over in the best possible way. As I mentioned, you know, this I truly believe in the next 5 to 10 years, this whole neighborhood is going to be the next waterfront property boom. One of the main reasons that's really great about living here is even though you are in the city of Jupiter, in the town of Jupiter, you're actually located in Martin County, which is going to give you a significant advantage on your property taxes. So the millage rate is a little bit lower in Martin County, so you're going to be taxed less for a similar sized property than if you were living in Palm Beach County proper. So as you can see here, I'm going to roll down my window so you can see this is that new construction home that's going up. I'm going to take you guys out here shortly, but I just wanted to give you a quick street view. So as I mentioned, this is a new construction build, going to be a 2-story house with killer waterfront views. We're not going to get too close because it is an active construction site, but I wanted to just give you guys a quick look at what a $6 million house in the making looks like. So you can see higher elevation here, and on the back side of this property, you're going to have almost wide water views here that are really going to get killer sunrises and just give you that really peaceful, tranquil feel we were talking about. All right, guys, now I'm going to take you on a short drive to show you some of my favorite local spots here. The first place we're going to go is a coffee shop. It's called Perk. It's actually just outside of Jupiter in the village of Tequesta, which is a really just super cute little, technically it is a village, but it's a super cute little town that I'm going to show you. Perk is basically anything you're craving homemade, like muffins, croissants, sandwiches, the coffee, the tea, everything there is delicious. So I'm going to give you guys a quick look at that restaurant. It's one of my favorite spots. And then I'm going to take you into Jupiter proper and show you some of the best, in my opinion, nightlife, dining locations, entertaining spots, really kind of the hub of this area. Great live music, directly on the water with killer views of the Jupiter Lighthouse. One of the other really nice features of this particular neighborhood is that you're really close to some killer golf courses. So we're about to drive past the Turtle Creek Golf Course, which is right here to my left. And then you also have the Tequesta Country Club, which I did a whole video on. If you're interested in that area, you can certainly go check it out. But these golf courses have been around for a really long time. They're really well established and people love them. So if you're a golfer or just really you love to be outdoors in general, this area is great. All right, guys, here we are outside of Perk Coffee House in the village of Tequesta. Like I mentioned, some of the best homemade baked goods, sandwiches, salads, quiches that you've ever had. You definitely want to check this place out if you're in this area. So let's take a look inside. All right, next up on our Jupiter tour, I'm going to take you guys to the Love Street bars. Now, this area has been recently, within the last 5-ish years, revamped, and it's a really cool kind of almost a downtown area, as much downtown as Jupiter has. So I'm going to take you there. I'm going to show you kind of the layout. There's a lot of really cool bars and restaurants there. And as I mentioned, you have almost dead-on views of the Jupiter Lighthouse. It's right on the Jupiter Inlet. So you've got really killer views of the Jupiter Lighthouse. Some bars or restaurants you want to check out there. Definitely topside at the Beacon. So this is going to be a 2nd story, kind of a rooftop happy hour spot. Really great appetizers, happy hour specials. You've also got Lucky Shack, which is a raw bar and a restaurant there. Really nice spot for dinner. And you've got Utiki. Utiki is going to be more of your traditional kind of fish steakhouse. They have really incredible sushi there. If you're a sushi lover, again, great water views. They're right on a marina as well. So if you're a boat lover, you're going to see really, really nice views of the boats and just the boats going by and the boats in the marina. You're also going to have the iconic Square Grouper Tiki Bar. Now, the Square Grouper is it's a staple in Jupiter. If you live here, you gotta go there. It was founded in 2003. It started out as a bait shop, believe it or not, and then slowly transformed into a bar and then a bar restaurant. And it's just kind of become this iconic spot for live music, as well as, bar food, great drinks. It's just a really great vibe. And actually, fun fact, this is where Alan Jackson filmed the music video for It's 5 O'Clock Somewhere. So it's kind of a, just like a local spot, definitely the place to be if you want great happy hour specials, live music, killer views, and just a great island vibe. All right, guys, here we are outside the world famous Love Street Bar. So directly behind me is Beacon. You've got Topside, which is the second story happy hour spot I mentioned. Down this way, you've got Lucky Shuck, Square Grouper all the way on the water. And then to the right here, you've got Jetties and Utiki. So I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to walk you guys around so you can get just a full view of the waterfront that you're going to see here. And then you can kind of take a peek at the different restaurants. So let's check it out. And here we are at the iconic Jupiter Inlet Lighthouse, guys. This is just, if you're in Jupiter, this is the space to be for happy hour nightlife, really killer food, and just a great location in general. Another cool thing you can do here, they have these, I don't know if you can see this back here, they have these little tiki boats that you can rent by the hour, grab a couple friends, bring your own beverages, or sometimes they supply beverages, and they will take you on a waterfront tour, like I mentioned, for just a couple hours. That's a really nice way to watch the sunset, do a little booze cruise, or share a special event with your family and friends. All right, and here we are. We made it to the iconic Square Grouper Tiki Bar. Let's take a look inside. All right, guys, that's a wrap on our Jupiter home and neighborhood tour. If you have more questions about my listing on Cove Point Street or want to set up a private tour, feel free to give me a call or a text at the number below. And if you're interested in another neighborhood tour very similar to this, but in another top area in Palm Beach County, then click here to check out a video we recently did. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.